Glean is a verb that means to collect or gather information, knowledge, or material bit by bit, often from scattered or indirect sources. It can also refer to the act of gathering leftover grain or other crops after a harvest, a practice rooted in agricultural traditions. Origins of glean. The word glean comes from the Old French glener and the late Latin glenare, meaning to gather or to collect. Historically, it referred specifically to the practice of picking up leftover crops from a field after the main harvest, a process often associated with the poor or those in need. Over time, its meaning broadened to include the figurative sense of gathering information or details gradually. Here's how to use glean. Glean is used in both literal and metaphorical contexts, whether describing the gathering of crops or the acquisition of knowledge or insight. Example sentences: she managed to glean valuable insights from the scattered notes left behind by her predecessor. Barisintrawa, farmers allowed the villagers to glean the fields after the harvest. From their brief conversation, he could glean that she was unhappy with the decision. And similar words: gather, to collect or assemble items or information; extract, to pull out specific information or details; discern, to perceive or recognize something subtle; accumulate, to collect gradually over time. Nuances of glean, gradual process, implies collecting small pieces of information or material bit by bit rather than all at once. Attention to detail suggests careful observation or effort to gather subtle or scattered elements. Humility and hard work. In its historical sense, it evokes an image of persistence and resourcefulness. Antonyms of glean: scatter, to spread widely or disperse; overlook, to miss or fail to notice, ignore, to intentionally disregard something; discard, to throw away or reject. Cultural and literary significance. The concept of gleaning has deep historical and cultural significance. In many agricultural societies, it was a charitable act to allow the poor to glean fields after a harvest, symbolizing community care and social responsibility. In modern usage, glean often appears in academic, journalistic, and conversational contexts to describe the meticulous collection of knowledge or understanding. Key takeaway: glean is a versatile word that conveys the act of gathering small pieces of material or information with care and persistence. Whether applied to harvesting crops, acquiring knowledge, or interpreting subtle clues, it emphasizes patience, observation, and effort. Subscribe.